Hello everyone. Thanksgiving is a time for gathering together, and today's book is called At Our Table. It's written by Patrick Hulse and illustrated by Madelyn. Goodnight. And we come together and celebrate at a table. So it looks like on this front cover we have lots of different tablecloths. Here's a nice table setting on the title page. At our table there is room for a fresh tablecloth, crisp and gold like this day. So here the family is kind of getting everything dressed up for the big dinner. For helping hands to peel and fold and guide. So it looks like we've got some generations coming together, learning from one another. For old traditions and new ones too. So it's kind of fun to do things in a traditional way, but also explore some new ideas, new foods. At our table, there is room to shift down, squeeze in, or share a seat. Room for every platter, plate, and bowl to pass from hand to hand, even without space for elbows. So even though it might be cramped, there is room for everyone at this table. And quite a bountiful feast. What kind of foods do you see? I love the turkey butter, the butter in the shape of a turkey. Lots of delicious food, room enough for all. At our table, there is always room for quiet. So even amongst the busyness of the season, it's good to get out in nature and have some room for quiet too. Room to give thanks for the land where our food grew and to the people who harvest it. Without people to grow and harvest food, we would not have food to eat at our table. They are so important to our community. Room to learn from the first farmers and builders and knowledge gatherers. So here we have, they are at, looks like Plymouth. This is where Plymouth Rock is located. Kind of taking a second to acknowledge the people who lived here first, the indigenous people. And this would be the Wampanoag people in Plymouth. Room to celebrate how they lead and care and share their gifts with the world. So it looks like we've got people, indigenous people, doing all sorts of different things in the community. We've got a trail guide and an art author and an artist and a speaker and an athlete, all sharing their gifts and being active members of our community to this day. At our table, there is room to give to the earth, to our neighbors, and to our bellies. When you take good care of the earth and one another, there's a bountiful harvest for everyone to share and feel full together. Room for mixed up melodies, mashed potato mountains, and separated servings for trying things, even when they're squishy or runny or new. Yeah, I like seeing the different ways that people like to create a plate of food to eat. Some people don't want anything touching, and some people want everything touching. And there's also that new food challenge, which sometimes, especially with new textures, can be a bit tricky, but oftentimes is worth it. You never know what you're going to like, and you might discover your new favorite food by trying something new. At our table, there is room to be silly, or to be serious, or to stumble. Oops. Room for swapping stories, second helpings, and favorite jokes. There's always room to share, especially when it's hard. Looks like they split that cookie, which was really nice, even though it was hard. It was a nice thing to do, wasn't it? At our table, there is lots of room for dessert. What a lot of delicious looking desserts. Which one is your favorite? So hard to decide. I gotta go with the classic pumpkin pie or banana cream pie on Thanksgiving. And when pauses are long and the last jackets are gathered, so it's like people are heading home, maybe with some leftovers. Our table still has room for a folded tablecloth, one warm light from the kitchen, and a place to rest knowing you are loved and feeling grateful. Yeah, there's nothing better than that. Just a place where you are loved. For feeling full. Yeah, full in our stomachs, full in our hearts, I think. Here at the end we have a note from the author and from the artist talking about their Thanksgivings and their inspiration for this story and illustrations. And I thought that was really lovely. Well, what a nice book and a good reminder that what this season is all about, what this holiday is about. It's about gathering together, welcoming one another, ensuring one another is taken care of, and expressing gratitude for each other, being thankful for the things that sometimes we might take for granted, the people who grow our food and share their art and talents with us, and for all the people who share just themselves by coming to the gatherings with one another, and that we are a part of a large community and we have so much to be thankful for, and that we are really interconnected to one another. Thanks for reading and learning with me. I hope you have a terrific day. See you soon.